I have no doubt in my mind that there are farmers that are farming this year that will not be next year based on the farm economy. I mean, it's tough. I mean, it is really brutal out there. And some of it might just be older retired guys that are retirement age saying, the heck with this. I'm tired of watching all this equity slip away. You know, I'm going to bow out. I'm done. I think there'll be some guys that will also say, or that the bank will just simply say, no, you're not farming again, and guys that can't get financed to farm another year. My question is, does this create opportunity for, young guys up and coming, maybe have a job in town to maybe finally get their hands on some ground to maybe rent? Or does this just simply allow the big to get bigger that much faster? I don't know. I kind of tend to think the big are going to get bigger faster, but what do you guys think?
In this latest edition of Fuck Around and Find Out, Nebraska, the state of Nebraska, going bankrupt. Nebraska farmers going bankrupt because of Trump's tariffs. They all love to vote for Trump out in Nebraska. Not all, but big majority of them. And look at now. Look what's happening to Nebraska. Going broke because of Trump.
If we snapped our fingers and every single illegal immigrant in the United States disappeared, we would literally starve to death. You wonder why I'm so passionate about agriculture and so passionate about immigration as part of agriculture? It's that, guys. You don't know the whole picture. Now, should we have illegal immigrants working in the field? Should we have illegal immigrants working in construction? Should we have illegal immigrants working in hotels and wherever else they might be? No, we shouldn't. But they are, and there's tens of millions of them working in the system. So if we just say, hey, they got to get out of here, well, you have to have a solution before you just send people out the door. Now, I'm not talking about ethics today, and I've talked a lot about ethics. Let's just talk about economics. Let's just talk about the reality of economics. You send 10 million people out the door that are filling 10 million roles in the United States, and 80% of those people are working in agriculture. What do you think is going to happen? Do you think you're going to eat tomorrow if there's all of a sudden not people there to harvest, to pick, to pack, to drive the tractors, to do everything? You'd find yourself without any food in your mouth, any food in your stomach, and you would be starving to death. That's why I'm so passionate about it, because we can't just be stupid. We have to have a solution. The ethics aside, I'm frustrated by the ethics because I know the people that we're talking about, but I think you still want to eat. So no matter what, we got to look at a solution and not just complain about all of the people who are here illegally, because you'll starve to death without.
We need trade deals as fast as we can for Nebraska. We're an export state, and our corn and soybeans right now are being shut out of the market, and that's why Nebraska is on its heels right now. We've lost about 6% of our GDP, according to the economic numbers that are official, and that's not a good sign. And so if we can get some tariff deals and get these markets open back up, ultimately that's what we want.
Hi fam, how are you doing? I hope you're doing amazing. Thank you so much for your love, your support. I do appreciate. For my returning subscribers, thank you so much for always coming back to watch my content. I don't take it for granted. And if you're watching me for the first time, feel free to be part of our family by just subscribing, turn on notifications, so anytime I upload a new video, you will always be notified. So in today's video, Nebraska farmers, they are losing it. Oh my God. And it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel good. They are really losing it. They are on a rock, and we really don't know how to help them, guys. But this is what they really wanted. We know a bigger percentage of people in Nebraska, they voted for Trump, they voted for this government. Maybe they were hoping for the best, but it has turned out that they are the ones who are suffering. They're the ones who are losing it, and it's so sad. So if you still don't understand what I'm talking about, let's continue watching this video till the end, then come back with more comments. Kindly let me know your thoughts in the comment section so that we can have a conversation. Tell me what you think about these farmers in Nebraska? Do you think that they made the right choice, that they are just the ones who are not doing their best? Or do you think that they really messed up? So kindly, let's watch this video till the end, then come back with more comments.
It's Joe from Georgia. So we're getting ready for the first domino to fall, and we know what happens after the first one falls. Well, the state of Nebraska, the governor, Jim Pillen, has asked the federal government for help because they're not going to be able to pay their bills this year. And here's the problem in Nebraska. They had over a $2 billion contract with the Chinese government to export soybeans to China. Well, out of that $2 billion, they've canceled all the contracts. So out of that $2 billion, $350 million was state revenue taxes. They're not getting any of that. And the governor also goes on to say that because the migrant farmers weren't able to work in Nebraska this summer, that those people didn't pay their taxes either. And the farmers who already have crops in the ground, folks, they've already spent their money. They're going to need help too because they're not getting any money from the contracts anymore. Wow. So Nebraska is the first state. And when you look at the Midwest, you're probably looking at Kansas, you're looking at Iowa, South Dakota, all of those places that are large exporters of grains to China and depend on migrant farm labor. They're not going to be able to pay their bills either.
This is one of the saddest things I've ever had to do in my short tenure in farming. This has just been a really rough summer. This field usually produces really good wheat, and as you can see, the wheat is still here.
He's in Kansas, y'all. Kansas.
We cut wheat in like June-ish, mid-June. It's almost close to the middle of August, and we just cannot get the combines in here. It just keeps raining. The mud is too much, and the rain has gotten so bad to where you can see the wheat is just laying flat on the ground. The heads basically have no grain left in them anyways. So we decided just to bite the bullet, burn the field, and get the field ready for next year, I guess. It's part of it, but it doesn't take away from the stinging factor, I guess, from it. I had to call the landlord and let him know, like, hey, sorry to tell you this, we can't get it cut. There's just no way. Insurance will cover some of it, but you're never going to make up for the lost crop out here. It's tough. It's really tough, but it's part of it. We'll get through it. Thankfully, it's only like one field, about 100 acres or so. It's not the entire farm. So it's not really like a back-breaking deal, but it doesn't take away from the bad experience. At least we're getting rid of it in a very cool way. Just make sure it's a contained cool way. I would rather not start a wildfire in South Central Kansas, but you guys see that on the news randomly. It wasn't us.
There, TikTok. Well, I got a text message this morning from one of the landowners and said, I think your corn is destroyed. And, you know, he's not a farmer or nothing. And I was kind of thinking, yeah, you know, probably got some heavy rain, a little bit of gooseneck. You know, I had a little rain at home this morning. You know, this is about 8 miles away. And then he sent me a picture. And I tell you, I've never seen nothing like this. It's nuts. So here's a better view. I mean, just look at it. I put a picture on Facebook and somebody said, you know, can you get out there and bale it or cut it and bale it, chop it? Well, I mean, there's really nothing left. It is shredded. I mean, everything's laying on the ground. I mean, it's gone. So just to give you a little perspective here, you can see my kids standing out in the field here. I just walked across the fence line over here where we did have some soybeans, and you can see there as well. I mean, they are just completely shredded and stripped. So I was standing in the same soybean field here. I walked up to the road, and you can see there the power lines are all snapped off, laying in the field here. And you can kind of see how heavy the rain was just by everything that washed against what's left of the rows.
Oh, wow.
So like I said, this morning I got a text message from one of the landowners up here showing what it was, and I went back through the years of messages from him, and July 29th of 2021, tornado came through here and basically did the same thing. The beans weren't stripped like quite this bad, but it was pretty close. Most of them were a complete loss then, so hitting the same area here again, it's ugly.
One thing I hear the most is that whenever I talk about deportation and Trump, everybody always says, well, every president in history of America has deported people. That's true. Okay? I get that. But in my 31 years of living, in my 31 years here in America, I was born here, I have never experienced as much racism as there is now with this new Trump administration. Because he's not just deporting people, he's dividing people. And I ain't never experienced that before.
Nebraska going into bankruptcy because of self-inflicted damage. They were team firing over here, saying, you know what, everybody pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Our ideology is nobody should get anything that they don't deserve. Now they want to bail out. They're asking for socialism. Socialism bad until I need socialism. Get the fuck out.
So I'm so sure you have watched this video now, you have understood what's going on. I'll also want to hear from you, your thoughts, what you think, what they should do, if they should come up with the best solution that they have to come up with. Kindly let us know in the comment section. Help a brother, you know. This is a tragedy, guys. We know government has contributed into this. Yeah, we should not blame all the facts about the government, because we have seen the maize, the corns, I think they call them corns, that have been destroyed by heavy rains, the tornado, and also this wheat farm that has that was destroyed by heavy rainfalls. So you see, so the bigger problem that they are facing right now, it's all about tariffs. We all know that the tariffs that have been put there, maybe they never understood so much about tariffs. Maybe they should have asked to be explained it to them so that they can understand more about tariffs, because you see the choices that they made and right now the consequences that they are facing. So you can see so bigger percent, it's all about the government, you know, government with the tariffs. And this other disaster is just a natural disaster, you know. You can't hold the rains, you can't hold the sun. So this is just so sad, seeing this young farmer just burning the whole wheat farm because it can't be harvested. The rains really destroy the farm. It can't be harvested. So the best way is just to burn it, then start afresh. It's so sad. The loss, oh my God, the loss. So climate is part of it, is part of the disaster, guys, as we know, but tariffs is the bigger one. And when people were deported, let's talk about this man who just went a loss of all those corns, all that farm, and also soybeans. It's also sad. We hope that they rise again and they make profits, man, you know. So with this, you can just imagine you with your farm with a 2-acre even, and you can imagine how these farms, they are very big, 100 acres, 50 acres, and the loss that these people get. So it's really sad. We just have to support them emotionally and buy their products, guys, you know. So I was talking about them not having like workers on their farms. This is what they really wanted for themselves. A lot of them really wanted this for themselves. Imagine you don't have workers right now in your farm, and again tariffs are put there. So what are you going to do? What are you really going to do? If you're living in Nebraska and if you are a farmer, kindly let's know how you're doing it. Help other farmers also there so that they can also know maybe what to do. Share with them your knowledge, or maybe if you need help, you can also ask here in the comment section how you need to be helped, because we really don't know, and we know by time, guys, you know. So a lot of people have been saying that this government is for the rich, it's only supporting the rich. So just tell me, when these farmers fail, who is going to buy these farms? These businesses will run with the different people. The constructions work will be run with the different people, because you'll have to sell up your company. You can't handle it anymore. You can't pay your workers. You can't pay all those tariffs. What else are you going to do? You're just going to sell the farm. You're going to sell your constructions companies, And who is going to buy these? The billionaires. And who is for this company, for this government? The billionaires. So some were saying that this is just a strategic way just to bring in more billionaires to own those lands, to own those farms, and try to, I don't know how to say this, So that's why, and that's now how you may say, we are not analyzing this guy, but this is something that you can just see for yourself, So some will say this is what the government is up to put those tariffs, everything, so that all these billionaires can own those companies, can own these farms and run them, because this government is for billionaires only. What they care for is the billionaires. You who earn $20 per hour, they don't care about you at all. And when all these things happen, guys, you can just imagine how life is going to be. There's no going to be groceries on your stores. There's no money. There will be no money, because if a farm is destroyed like that, you are supposed to go and collect maybe the strawberries to pick, to harvest those maize. You're supposed to go and harvest the soybeans, and this happens. So you see, this is a very, very big disaster, and Americans has to find a way out. So kindly let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Those are just my thoughts, and let's have a conversation. Kindly share with your friends, with your family. Let them know about this channel. Let's grow together. Road to 5,000 subscribers. Don't forget to give this video a like if it interests you, and subscribe if you have not. And feel free also to join our membership. Is as low as $1, so feel free to join our membership. So bye. I'm going to see you in my next video.